Finally taken a big step into the phablet phone space, and they definitely do have lots of stiff competition because Samsung has basically owned this space for a long time with the Note lineup, and Samsung has just updated the line a few days ahead of the iPhone 6 announcement with the new Samsung Galaxy Note 4, and this is a fantastic phone, the best one Samsung has made as of now, and let's see how the iPhone 6 stacks up against it. So, because it is a phablet, let's begin with the display size. So the iPhone 6 has a size of 5.5 inches, meanwhile the Note has a display size of 5.7 inches. So the Note is 0.2 inches above that of the iPhone 6, and that is definitely going to come in handy while watching movies, playing games, browsing the web, and so on. Now let's move on to the resolution of these phones. So the iPhone 6 has a panel that is 1920 by 1080p, giving it a pixel density of 401, which is definitely not bad, but when looking at the Note, which is this phone's competition, it is not even close because the Note's panel is 2560 by 1440, giving it a massive pixel density of 515. So I think we can easily say that the Note 4 is the best phablet when it comes to the display, both in size and resolution. And once again, that is a big deal because when it comes to phablets, the biggest selling point of the phone is the display because that's why you're buying a phablet, and the Note does pull ahead in this section. So next up is the build quality of these phones, and in the past, this would be an easy win for the iPhone over a Samsung phone, because for a long time, Samsung phones have always been made out of plastic, and you guys know all the iPhones, including the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus, have an extremely nice, full aluminum unibody design. But Samsung has finally changed things up with this new Note, because it actually does implement actual metal going around the side of the phone, making the phone feel a lot more valuable in the hand, and that is definitely a good thing. Although the back of the Note still is that fake leather plastic design, meanwhile the iPhone 6 is a complete aluminum body, but the plastic back does have some advantages, because one, you can replace the battery unit, and it also gives you access to the expandable SD card on the inside, allowing you to expand the storage on the phone up to 128 gigabytes, and none of this can be found on the iPhone 6. So when it comes to the build quality, I'm going to have to say that this is a tie because yes, the iPhone 6 does have the full aluminum body, but the Note does implement metal on the sides, and it does give you full access to the inside of the phone, allowing you like
mock-up. If you're looking at upgrading this year, you're probably going to be buying an iPhone 6, which is going to come with a larger screen and a new design. And if you bought your last iPhone 2 years ago, you probably have the iPhone 5. This is very similar in looks to the iPhone 5S, but we don't have the same Touch ID sensor and things like that. So when you look at the two, immediately you'll see the iPhone 6 is larger. And that's because on the front we have a 4.7-inch display compared to a 4-inch display. And the bezels on the side are slightly thinner, which allow for a nice overall feel and size for the device. If we look at the edges, you'll notice that we have a more curved edge here, and the volume buttons are redesigned. We still have a mute switch. And on the back of the device, we have all aluminum all throughout compared to aluminum and glass. Now, there are some markings in white on this iPhone 6 mock-up, and those may disappear or become much less noticeable as the device comes together in its final form. The power button is no longer up top like it is right here. It is now on the right side. And where that comes in handy is if you're holding the device with one hand, you can easily hit that with your index finger, and you can still use this device pretty well with one hand, even though it is larger than the iPhone 5 here. If you head over to GottaBeMobile.com, I'll show you some more photos and comparisons to see exactly what's changing between these two devices.